Family Vacation is a spooky story about a man who goes on a trip with his relatives. When his car breaks down in the middle of nowhere, he tells his family to go on ahead without him. A man named Charles was going on a vacation with his brother, his brother's wife, and their 3 children. Since there wasn't enough room for 6 people in one car, Charles decided to take his own car and caravan. They drove for a few hours, but during the long ride, Charles got a flat tire. They had to pull over in the middle of nowhere to fix the flat. Charles' brother wanted to stay with him while he changed the tire, but Charles insisted that he go on ahead because the children were tired and becoming restless from the long ride. He said he would quickly catch up to them and not to worry. So, Charles' relatives drove off while Charles changed the tire. When he was finished, he called his brother on the cell phone, but for some strange reason, no one answered. He left a voice message saying he was on his way, but they never called back. Charles assumed they had made it to their destination. He drove a few more hours and miles, waiting for an answer from his brother, but he never received one. It was getting late in the night, and Charles was getting very tired. There were no hotels to stay at in that area, but he found a house out in the middle of nowhere. He called his brother one last time and left a message. "Hi Mark, this is Charles. I'm tired of driving, so I'm going to spend the night in this little house just up the road. Don't worry, I'll be okay. I'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early." The owner of the house kindly let him stay in for the night. Inside, the home was dark, dingy, and decrepit. The old man offered to cook Charles dinner, and Charles kindly accepted. Charles sat at the dining table and waited for the old man to serve the food. The old man came out of the kitchen carrying a piping hot platter. At first, Charles thought it was meatloaf, but as he bit into the meaty dish a few times, he realized that it was not meatloaf. "This is delicious," said Charles. "What's it called?" "It's a Spanish dish," replied the old man. "It's called El Carnitas Familias." Charles was confused. "What does that mean in English?" he asked. The man smiled and said, "It means the meat of your relatives."